0, 1. Let's get started.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Black and White United show on my YouTube channel. Bit of a change of angle today only because the light is like right above my head, so we're just going to change it a little bit, but that's fine. Today we're not going to talk about trades, we're not going to talk about any of that stuff. We're going to have a quick chat about our 2025 fixture predictions and what we know is concreted in and what could be scheduled for us and what the club has said on potential opening rounds already. So opening round this year we played against GWS. It was a bit of a flop with a short pre-season and all that garbage. Don't think it's going to happen. Jeff Brown's come out and said that he thinks that if everybody does it, we'll do it. But if we're going to be one of the only 4 teams or 6 teams that are going to compete, then no, see you later. It's not happening. So I think that's, pretty good. You can say piss off, blah, blah, blah. So let's say round 1, most likely we'll probably play interstate side away, I would think. The lockings are between rounds 1 and round 5, we'll probably play Carlton. We'll have Anzac Day. We've got Easter Thursday. And then coming up after all that, obviously we've got King's Birthday, round 11. So they're the locks. Who do we play twice? Where do we play teams once? We played West Coast at home this year. We'll play them away next year. I'm hoping the fact that we didn't make finals, we'll get either West Coast, St Kilda, who are your other ones? Potentially even Richmond. Got North Melbourne twice. I mean, that'll be grouse. I mean, look at Carlton, they'll kiss in the dick with how many times they got their double ups and stuff. I mean, you look at their last 3 wins of the season were Richmond, North Melbourne, and another bottom team, and they lost to St Kilda. So Richmond, North Melbourne, West Coast, and they lost to St Kilda. So, I mean, they played them twice. Surely we can get that too. And we can draw big crowds against them as well. What we probably will have next year, though, is a home fixture interstate, which will be most likely in the Gold Coast, which I think will come after we play either Brisbane away on Easter Thursday or later in the season when we're scheduled to play Gold Coast. We'll then stay there and do basically a full fortnight away from home. It's been rumoured. Whether it happens or not, who knows? We'll most likely play Carlton twice. I reckon we'll still play Melbourne twice. I reckon that's actually pretty good to get them again towards the end of the season, regardless of where the teams are. The ones that I'm worried about is, we'll probably get Sydney twice. We'll get GWS probably twice. We're going to get both Adelaide teams, I think, twice this year as well. And if we don't, then we'll get Adelaide once and Port twice. We're due to go over there. So if we play any of them twice, it'll be home and away, obviously. So I'm hoping it's Port at home. We tend to play really good against Port at the G. You look at the games in the last 3 years, 2022 was 11 points, 23 we smashed them. And then this year we pretty much pants them at the G. So... and Nick Dacos likes playing against Port at home as well, I've noticed. There's a million issues going on at the moment with the club. There's ticketing issues for the Copeland Trophy. There's obviously Nick Dacos has got 2 Goal of the Year contenders. We've got 2 Mark of the Year contenders in there. So there's all this stuff happening, and all that stuff's for another video, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But what I want to know is, what would you like to see with our fixture this year? I don't want to see any home games at Marvel. We're contracted to, and I think we're actually giving up one of those Marvel home games to go play at the Gold Coast, which I think is good. But I don't want to play home games against the Bulldogs at Marvel. You want to play against the Bulldogs? Give us Bulldogs round 1 at the MCG. That'll test us. Give us Bulldogs round 24 at the MCG. That'll test us. Don't give us Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. Don't give us our home game at their home ground. Right? Now, everyone complains, Collingwood get MCG games all the time. That's bullshit. All that's crap. We travel just as much as everybody else. The only difference is, if you notice and look at the fixture, We do a lot of our travelling at the start of the seasons. Well, it feels like it anyway, right? And then we'll probably play, you know, an away game here and there, whether it be Gold Coast away or we'll go to Fremantle and play them at there. Fremantle will get a home this year because we got them in 2023, and we I don't think we pantsed them, but we were in control most of the game. Dacos kicked that grouse guy game. Everything's Dacos. I'm sorry, but we had a really good day that day. So look, I'm hoping that, you know, even give us Freo twice. I don't care, but Freo will be at the G this year, or next year. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of lock-ins. I'm really getting annoyed with how much Collingwood's a marquee team, in the sense of everyone wants to play us on a special occasion. And, you know, we bring in the big bucks. We're the AFL's bank. That's just the way it is. Without us, everybody else is nothing. We're the biggest tenant of the MCG in any sporting capacity. So why wouldn't those teams want to come and play us there? And I don't want to hear all this stuff about fucking, Geelong make finals, they deserve a game at Kardinia Park. Tonight, Geelong's playing Port Adelaide. I'm telling you now, if Geelong finished higher and it wasn't Port's final, Geelong can play Port at Kardinia Park. But they shouldn't play a big Melbourne team there. You can play Melbourne, you can play Bulldogs, you can play whoever who doesn't draw a crowd, who gives a fuck. Have it there. But if Collingwood makes the finals, you don't play a qualifying elimination or prelim against the Pies there. We draw too much. I mean, just our AFL members alone, let alone Legends members or 1892, Club 5, whatever it is, they can't go to Kardinia Park. Just our AFL members alone will fill up 3/4 of that stadium. So, you know, and people want to talk about fixtures and all this type of crap. Geelong get kissed on the dick with a fixture, with their fixture every single year. Every single interstate side, they play there. Every participant Melbourne club, they play there, right? So, you know, and people wonder why Geelong have been so good. It's because they have that advantage. Collingwood don't have that advantage. Oh, Collingwood get another game at the MCG. Yeah, but it's against Carlton. They're just as big as us. Oh, Collingwood get a home game at the G. Oh, yeah, they play Richmond at the G. Where else you want to play them? At Punt Road? Like, the mentality of some supporters, of like rival supporters, it pisses me off. Like, Collingwood's kissed in the dick, Collingwood get this, Collingwood get that. It's like, you know why sometimes we get the shit that we get? Because we're the fucking best. We didn't make finals this year, so you can hold that against us, whatever. I don't give a fuck. We're reigning premiers until fucking grand final day, so you can suck my ass, I don't care. But it just shits me that people think that we get kissed in the dick with anything, but at the end of the day, we are who we are because what the supporters made this club, because of what Eddie fucking made this club before he left, right? We are who we are because we're passionate and we don't care, and we'll pour our heart and soul into the club, right? And then we've been relatively successful the last 20 years. All right, we've only got 2 flags to show for it, but look how many times we've competed. And when we're down, we're only down for a couple of years, and then we're straight back up. So no wonder why we're becoming a destination club, and every Tom, Dick, and fucking Harry's linked to us. But look, back to the prediction side of things. You've got your main games that are already scheduled in. I want to know from other supporters, and leave your comments down below. Who are the teams that you want to play twice this season? And if there was a side that you wanted to, let's just pretend that we're getting 2 home games at Marvel, right? We'll probably play against North at Marvel, and I can cop that. I can cop playing North at Marvel if it's an away game. If it's a home game, come to our ground. And here's a stat for you from last year that not many people know about. North Melbourne only played 1 game in the MCG last year for the whole season, and it was against Melbourne. Come play us at the G. Come play us at the G and see what head start you get. Anyway, I'm pissed off tonight because there's a lot of bullshit being said about Collingwood being favoured by the AFL and stuff like that. Bullshit. You know, we are where we are because we made it like that. Anyway, leave your comments below. Who do you want to play at Marvel this year? And who do you want to play twice this year for 2025? Who do you want to play twice? And who do you want to play at that shithole of a ground Marvel? Call it as you see it. Go the fucking Pies. And who gives a shit who wins tonight? Honestly, fuck the finals. As long as Brisbane win this week, nobody cares. Have a good one.